Well, take a look at this. A brush fire started about an hour ago now along US 131 near 28th Street in Wyoming. We sent 24-hour News 8's Tom Hillen straight to the scene. He joins us live from the scene right now with details on what happened. Tom?
Good morning, Emily. Everything appears to be under control here. We are just on the southeast corner of US 131 in the 28th Street interchange. You can still see there are a few crews left on scene here, but again, a fire is out. It was a pretty tricky area, it appears, for fire crews to get to. There's no actual real road, it appears, to where they are right now. And of course, there's some train tracks right next to this. Now, this fire started just before 4 o'clock this morning, and about an acre has burned, we've been told. We've also seen several consumers' energy crews on scene, and that's because there's a large substation next to where that fire was burning. We've seen them in there with flashlights, apparently checking just to see if there was any damage there, but so far we've not heard from them about any power outages or anything like that associated with what happened here this morning. Now, we are very dry in this area. We've been telling you that. We're about 4 inches less rain than what we would normally have since the 1st of May, so that most likely is some factor involved with how that fire started. We're not exactly what sparked that fire, but no doubt that this lack of rain has played a big role. Reporting live in Wyoming, Tom Hillen, 24-hour News 8.
Take a look at this. A brush fire started 2 hours ago now along US 131 near 28th Street in Wyoming. We sent 24-hour News 8's Tom Hillen straight to the scene, and he joins us now live from the scene with details on what happened there. Tom?
Good morning to you, Emily. About an acre, we're told, was what burned early this morning. Just to give you kind of a rough idea, we're at the southeast corner of US 131 and 28th Street interchange. The area where that fire started was pretty tricky for fire crews to get to. They have taken off. That fire's been out for a while now, but what is still happening right now on scene, our consumers' energy crews are still here checking out this substation. The fire got very close to that area. It's a very large substation, undoubtedly providing power to lots of people, but it doesn't appear that that was affected at all by that fire. However, still, crews here checking out to see exactly how that happened. Now, we haven't been able to confirm through fire sources yet on how exactly that fire started, but it did start early this morning. That first call came in around 3:45 this morning. Again, it burned about an acre or so of land. Now, coming back out here live, you can see just how dry this area is, and really how dry we are all over West Michigan. I talked to Storm Team 8 meteorologist Laura Velasquez that says since about May 1st we are down 4 inches of rain, and of course that most likely did play some sort of a role in that fire this morning. Reporting live in Wyoming, Tom Hillen, 24-hour News 8.
Well, this was the scene along US 131 near 28th Street. It all started around 4 o'clock this morning. Big fire that was going on there. And 24-hour News 8's Tom Hillen has been out there all morning long. So let's check in with him to see what's going on there. Somewhat of a brush fire going on there this morning, Tom.
It really was. About an acre or so, we're told, was burned. Just before 4 o'clock is when fire crews first got that call to come out here. We're just southeast of the 131 28th Street interchange. Crews were on scene for about an hour or so working to get the flames out. They were able to get that out shortly after 5 o'clock this morning. And then consumers' energy crews were on scene here in the area. And that is because that fire was very close to a substation here. They were looking, what we assumed to be checking around to see if that fire had done any damage to that substation. We haven't heard of any power outages at all in the area. Now, we haven't been able to confirm with fire crews yet what exactly started that fire, but presumably these very dry conditions that we've had in this area had a lot to do with it. Reporting live in Wyoming, Tom Hillen, 24-hour News 8.